10 years ago today, U.S. citizen and former FBI agent Bob Levinson disappeared while inside Iran. The Iranian government claims it is not holding him. According to the Associated Press, Levinson was involved in a CIA operation which his family disputes. They've accused President Bush and Obama of abandoning him, but perhaps this new administration will be different. And today, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer signaled that determining Levinson's fate is a top priority.
Finally, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that today is the 10-year anniversary of the disappearance of former FBI agent Robert Levinson from Kish Island, Iran. The Trump administration remains unwavering in our commitment to locate Mr. Levinson and bring him home. The Levinson family has suffered far too long, and we will not rest until his case is resolved.
Dan Levinson is Bob's son. He joins us now live, and in fact, you have 6 siblings.
Yes.
So a big family. Walk me through this. This has to be a tough day.
It absolutely is, but we're optimistic now. I thought today when I woke up that I just want to get this day over with, but we have a job to do. We're trying to get him home. So we're optimistic with this new administration, and we're hopeful after hearing statements like this.
You told me that Senator Marco Rubio has been helping you, and you're hoping to get him, actually get a meeting with President Trump. Talk about that.
Yes, we're hoping that. We're hoping to get the message to President Trump that if there's one issue that he's so well suited for, it's this one, to get my dad home, because he has talked about helping take care of people who have been serving their country. He's talked about being tough with America's adversaries, and he's talked about the fact that he's previously talked about this, where he's said that Iran knows exactly where he is. He has no qualms about being aggressive with them. And the thing is, he's a deal maker, and this is going to require a deal. So we're hopeful that these skills...
And it involves an American that he wants to stand up for.
Absolutely. So I think this is an enormous opportunity for President Trump to do something that 2 previous U.S. presidents haven't done.
And do you think President Obama didn't do enough because of the Iran nuclear deal, and he was trying to get favor with them?
I think that is one of those issues, and I think that it wasn't. He had said many times over the years that it was a top priority, but he had 8 years to get him out, and he didn't. I think the biggest issue with that, though, is he's never aggressive with the Iranians. He never issued threats of repercussions for them for their inaction. So we know that President Trump has no qualms about doing that, threatening sanctions, threatening to label the Iranian Revolutionary Guard a terrorist organization. So we're hoping that he's going to be.
Let's talk about Iran, because your family put out a statement, and as I read it, sometimes statements can be simple, straightforward. There's tough words in here. And I understand your pain, obviously, and it's probably coming from there. You say for 10 years, the government of Iran has been allowed to dodge and weave every time it was asked to come clean about what happened to Bob and send him home. Where is the outrage of this treatment of an American citizen? Start with that.
Well, the Iranian government arrested my dad. They've held him for 10 years and without any basic human rights. And this is an American citizen, and there should be outrage around the world. And they've been getting away with it. And this is unbelievable that it's been this long, and that I'm still coming out here and having to plead to get action and to...
When we just had the Iranians at the table on the nuclear deal.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that was an enormous opportunity that was squandered as well.
And another part of the statement caught my eye. You say, even Bob's government co-workers and their bosses, they know who they are, ran away when he disappeared to their lasting shame.
Yeah, that was... And the ensuing weeks after he first went missing, there were mistakes made. We're trying to move past that. It's an issue to be addressed in the future, but we're focused on getting them home, and we can deal with the repercussions of that.
I don't want to dwell on
that,
but for context for our viewers who want to see your dad come home, you've denied that he was involved in a CIA mission, but what are you referring to generally when you say there were people who abandoned him? What was he doing there?
Well, he was working for the CIA as a contractor, and there are the people who were tasked with working with him. They denied it at first and lied to federal investigators at the FBI about his ties. So that was a big issue for us, and it's just there's so many complex aspects to this, and the focus for us is that the Iranians really have denied everything since.
I can't even imagine your anger when I think about what the Iranian government has done with these stalling, what previous administrations have done, but then it mixed with the emotion of just sadness and so much sorrow. How does your family deal with it?
My mom had told us from the onset, take it one day at a time. We've got to focus on our lives while also working to get him home. He's missed so much. He's missed several weddings. He has 2 grandchildren on the way. He's several that he hasn't ever met with. And that's tough when our family's all together because we have a big family and it's a happy time. But
so what gives you hope after, as the last question, after all this time? Some people might have given up hope and said, too much time has passed. What still gives you hope?
I get it. 10 years, someone's missing and you haven't heard. But we fully believe he's alive. The FBI investigators who are involved in the case on a daily basis believe he's alive. People survive 10-year prison sentences all the time. He's relatively young. He's going to be 69 tomorrow. And he has a lot to come home to. And they think that the two most pressing health issues he has, diabetes, hypertension, those can be resolved with a limited staple diet that he's eating over there.
Dan, we hope he comes home very soon. And we're certainly not going to turn away from the story. Tucker's committed to it, and
Great.
so is
Thank you
Fox.
so much.
Best to your family.